Now, as we start the second period of this 198-pound class between Ben Peterson and Levan Tediashvili-Ben, tied at 2. And Dick, perhaps you can explain to us that scoring dispute earlier.
The Russian officials, the Russian coaches wanted an additional takedown for the original takedown that their wrestler had. But our American wrestler never escaped. He merely stood up with the Russian still in control, and the Russian merely picked him up and put him back down in the same position he was earlier. So it was no change of position. It was merely reaffirming his original position.
So he cannot receive points for doing the same thing twice. Tied at 2. 2:25 to go here in the second period.
Had he lost control of Ben and then taken him to the mat in that manner, it would have been a takedown. But the Russian coaches wanted a shoulder exposure because he lifted him up and threw him down, but there was no shoulder exposure. Coaches are trying to encourage Ben Peterson to shoot to keep this match moving because his opponent has been able to stay stationary and conserve his energy inside. Caution against both wrestlers. Neither are attacking.
So to leave it tied, 3-3. Caution point for each wrestler. Here's the first caution for either wrestler.
Ben hasn't been able to set up his opponent. His opponent's been able to stay in his own base all the way through. 1 point taken. Deep penetration, go behind. Ben trying to set up the wing, but the edge of the mat was there, was attempting to turn back. The official stood him up.
Tediashvili-Ben lists his hobby as reading mysteries. He probably broke in reading Crime and Punishment. He's trying to deal out a little punishment to Ben Peterson right now as he goes up on that board with a point.
Second takedown in a row. Ben Peterson looks awful tired.
And Levan Tediashvili-Ben has gone ahead of Ben 5-3.
They're both tired wrestlers. The USSR wrestler must be very strong to have been this tired.
Levan's teammates now are yelling encouragement. They sense that the gold medal winner from Munich might be beaten here. Down to 40 seconds. 5-3.
He's got to get off that mat. Look at that power. Look at that gut.
Great strength by Ben Peterson. Gives him a point. It's now 5-4. 30 seconds to go. Has he got enough time here? Devin Alford out to the center with 24 seconds showing on that clock. Ben Peterson is behind Tediashvili-Ben 5-4. Peterson in that same spot. Can he come up and take the advantage here?
14 seconds.
Clock is ticking away as we get out at 10 seconds. Ben Peterson on the verge of being upset as that clock ticks away the final seconds. There it is. States wraps up a World Cup championship for the Soviet Union by defeating Ben Peterson by a score of 5-4.
Great match.
First World Cup trophy goes